Every year, more than 2 million wildebeest make the perilous journey from Kenya into Tanzania for what is known as the Great Migration. But did you ever wonder where it is that they are going and what do they do when they get there? We traveled to Lake Ndutu to find out the answers to those very questions. And we visit one of the most important archaeological sites on planet Earth to find out more information about where we came from.
Good morning.
Good morning. Welcome to Lake Ndutu.
Are you excited for a gauge drive?
I am actually. I'm excited to engage four-wheel drive and do some off-roading.
Tell me something really interesting about this park.
So Lake Ndutu is one of the only national parks where off-roading is allowed, so you can pretty much within reason go anywhere, which allows you to get a lot closer to wildlife. It has all the game here that you would find in the Serengeti, and this area is actually where, when the wildebeests migrate, this is where they come to have their babies. In a month or so there's just millions.
And we've already seen them on the way.
We've already seen
Serengeti.
tons of wildebeest, so yeah, I'm excited to just go out for a couple of hours. Literally, you've got a lake with flamingos, you've got wildebeest, you've got lions, you've got everything is around, and we're gonna go see if we can find it.
Ready for another day of adventure?
Absolutely, four-wheel drive is officially engaged, and once again, we've been provided this car by Shilashi Car Rental in Arusha. They're one of the only self-drive companies where you can actually hire a 4x4 and go out into the wild. This has been a beast so far, and we're about to test it a little bit more today by going off-road, so thank you, Shilashi.
Let's go.
And this is one of the things that makes Lake Ndutu so special. We're able to just pull up here right next to the lake, where we're surrounded by hundreds of thousands of flamingos and different birds and everything like that, and it's very peaceful. We're gonna go and see what kind of wildlife we can find around the lake today.
Got some fun facts for you about the wildebeest. So Ndutu is basically the place where the wildebeest migrate to give birth.
And zebras and other animals.
And the zebras. They arrive here from around November, December into March, April, which is when they head back towards
Kenya. It's like their end point.
Their end point,
where they gather.
And our camp is fully booked from next month because of the migration. So people come here to watch the wildebeest. But we have seen so many on the way here from Serengeti, aren't they? They're already
heading this way, but by the time it's fully stocked, there'll be over 2 million wildebeest just in this one location, and they'll be giving birth to around 8,000 calves a day.
A day? Wow.
So yeah, fun facts.
That is really, really cool. So yeah, let's go and see what else we can find. A cat?
Alright, let's see.
I have to give up.
It's just never ending. We saw it looks like a wall across the entire horizon. It's just wildebeest just moving. They're all in very orderly queue as well. They're just taking their time one after the other. And I don't know where they're headed now because that way is north. They're headed north. I don't know what's north.
Okay, maybe we should follow them.
Yeah, why not?
Smells great.
So we saw this giant gathering of vultures and different birds, and we were like, what the heck is going on here? And kind of guessed there might be something dead. And we were right.
Oh, they're eating it.
It's fresh. Nice bit of adventure for the morning. Tested the vehicle a little bit in its off-road capabilities. And now?
Time for breakfast. Talk to me. It's so dark in here.
So it's on backlit as well, aren't they? We had a debate the other day as to why there's a green end and a normal end. And we're like, you must have to hold the green end, you know, that's to say don't use that end. And now we see the pot. They're minted toothpicks. So they actually, let's see.
Tell me.
Yes, they tasted mint.
Yeah?
But I don't know why you need a minty toothpick. Like, it's not going to change the smell of your mouth, is it? Let's be honest, that much.
Just to be different.
A little bit of green paint. I have no idea how many chemicals are in there.
It's a unique selling point.
Toothpick. The not so glamorous part of what we do.
We've been here since breakfast, pretty much. I'm catching up on some editing for a client. And this is me plugging my services. If you are in Kenya or Tanzania and you need content creation, reach out to us on Instagram. All the information is there. I email, DM. And yeah, get us to your property or a lodge or a camp or a villa, anything. Karibu sana.
Here at Lake Ndutu, we are staying at Africa Safari Camp. It's set up very much like a traditional style camp, so everything is in tents. It's a good day to choose to basically sit here, catch up on some work, utilize the on-off Wi-Fi, which is to be expected when we're in the bush. But yeah, let's show you around the bar a little bit and see what this place is about. In camp right now, but this whole camp to ourselves. So they have 12 tents here. 6 are their safari comfort tent, which is kind of the, I want to say lower, but it's the lower tier, but it's still pretty nice. And then 6 are their luxury tents, which we haven't seen yet. So first we're going to show you around the tent that we're staying in, or one similar, because ours is full of our junk, and then we'll go to the nicer one. So each of the tents comes with this little mini terrace area with a couple of chairs, so you can sip away on your morning coffee and look at the view. This is completely fenceless, by the way, this camp. We've had plenty of wildlife.
I like it.
Yeah, sort of milling around in the daytime. Some wildebeest. There was a giraffe just behind the tents just then. And these kind of creepy old birds that just like walk around. It looks like with their hands in their pockets. Just.
I think I need to insert a picture here.
They're actually called a marabou stork, I believe. And then we come into the tent and we have nice big double bed, another seating area, but I think you'd probably prefer to sit outside. They're big, spacious tents, and then through there is the bathroom. We haven't turned the lights on, so it's a bit dark. So we have, the shower's actually pretty good, and the sink area there, little separate area over here to do the stuff that you do when you go in there. Overall, pretty good.
I slept amazing last night.
To be honest,
the beds are really good too.
I have slept terribly since we arrived here in Tanzania. Last night was the deepest sleep I've had, without a doubt. No bugs in the room, everything was comfortable, good mattress, nice duvet, everything was good.
Yeah.
Should we go and see the other one?
Let's go.
Let's do it. Okay, we are now at the luxury tents. You're going to be seeing this with us for the first time because we haven't been inside one of these tents. But the first thing I noticed is here you actually have a wooden deck for your little terrace outside.
Fancy.
Whereas over there it's just kind of the plastic matting. Let's go inside.
Oh.
All right, let's see.
All the space.
Wow, okay. The main difference between the two tents looks like this luxury one comes with more of a loungy kind of area. So the other one had wooden chairs. This one has sort of comfy chairs. You could sit here and have a coffee. The room itself is much bigger, but apart from that, it has more space and a bit more of a loungy area there. The rest is pretty much the same. It has the same things inside. My opinion, if you are booking to come and stay here, go for the cheaper option because actually the room is pretty much the same. This one just has a bit more space. So, you know, you could have maybe a family gathering over here if you wanted to. But apart from that, mostly it's the same. I wanted to just mention, so the Africa Safari camps and lodges that we've been staying at, they're very much a mid-range offering. So here, as much as it's sort of a slightly more kind of boutique-y, luxurious style that they've gone for this one, and it's probably one of their more expensive camps, it's still starting from around the $200, $250 per night for a room. That's not per person. So in Kenya, we're used to dealing a lot with per person per night. Here, these guys, that's the price just for the room per night. Full board as well.
That's amazing. Really good for safaris.
Doesn't include the park fees. And I think that's what they've gone for here, because as we've discovered, as you'll see in our last vlog, if you haven't seen it yet, I'm going to link it at the top. We did not expect the fees to absolutely drain us as much as they have. So I think it's quite refreshing to have places like this where you can come to, that the camp itself is not going to absolutely break the bank, because the park fees will do that for you. Ina's found a friend by the looks of it. What you got?
A dung beetle.
Dung beetle. Aww.
That's a perfect little
moving his little ball of poo. He's quite fast.
Very.
Oh, where's he gone? Oh, there he is.
Good morning. How many sleeps till the UK?
3 sleeps. By the way, we do things in sleeps because of Malia. It's a good way to get kids to realise like how long a day is, you know. So you're like 3 more sleeps. So yeah, 3 more sleeps until we go to the UK, see our squish again, which we haven't seen her for 3 weeks, right?
Almost, yeah.
So we're very excited, and it's one of those things where you don't want to like wish away time and kind of not appreciate where you are, but at the same time, we want to go home.
Is it that time again?
It looks like it's that time again, yeah.
Can you show me the remaining of our food for the next 2 days?
We also have some bread in that bag there, but there's some peanut butter,
Yeah?
some regular butter, and then 2 kinds of cheese.
And the yogurt.
And a yogurt. That's your yogurt. I'm not
I think
having
that's
it.
going to last. And some bread.
It'll have to, won't it? Tell you what, I've lost some serious weight on this trip. Yeah, so we're packing up now down to the beautiful Lake Manyara. But first, on our way there, we're going to be showing you guys a particular place that is very, very important to not only this country, but the entire world. Stay tuned. Morning. Chakula chema. So this is something that is quite unique to this particular area here, Lake Ndutu. The perspective of, you have all the wildlife that you see in other parks, but seeing them moving from one side of the lake to the other, or even wading through the water like we did the other day, is something that's quite unique, something we haven't really had the opportunity to see before. So now we've got this beautiful, huge group of giraffes just crossing over the kind of an empty lake bed. And it's not very often that you get to see giraffes also completely exposed, that are not hiding behind trees. So it's very cool. This is the main road that you have to take to get into the Serengeti. That's the main gate back there.
I can't keep this still!
It's one of the worst roads I've ever driven on. Like, I mean, I can't believe it. I have no words. But apparently I was told that you shouldn't go too slow on roads like this, because it actually causes more damage to the car than if you keep them sort of a decent speed and just fly over the bumps a little bit. So I'm trying to avoid the sharp stones. I have to say, considering how much it costs just to pass through this area of Ngorongoro Conservation Area, I really would have thought that this would have been a better road. Okay, welcome to Old Duvi Gorge Museum. We found this place on a pure stroke of luck in terms of just looking along the route that we're driving down to Lake Manyara, and it turns out that this may be one of the most historically important sites in the world.
It is.
Let's find out.
So this is a hippo bone. Do we know which part of the hippo it was or not?
This is it.
The hip. Okay, the pelvis. So yeah, this is 1.8 million.
You're 1.7.
1.7. Sorry.
Get it right.
Get your facts right.
Million
Years old. It looks like a rock though.
Yeah.
Yeah, this is incredible.
That is broad.
All right, I'll put it in my pocket and take it home. Just quickly tell me what this is.
So this is petrified wood from a tree. Basically turned to rock now, but it's millions of years old tree bark. You can see it, right?
Yeah, you can. It's incredible.
Okay, so this is Old Duvi Gorge, and the reason it's one of the most historically significant places on the planet is because there have been found here several different species of, let's say, subhuman or pre-human, however you want to put it, ranging anywhere from 500,000 years ago all the way up to 1.8 million years ago. From this particular site, they were able to essentially discover the fact that people were using hand tools much earlier than they initially thought. There's evidence there that people were using hand tools as late as 1.7 million years ago in order to prepare food and for various different tasks, mostly starting with like pebbles. And it's quite interesting to see from like 1.8 million years ago all the way through to more recent, as the hand tools changed from just like a pebble shape to all of a sudden you start to see that they're carving them sharper and being able to use them for various different tasks, as well as I think that here was one of the first places where they discovered actual bones that have been cut over 1 million years ago. They've been physically cut by a tool in order to access the bone marrow from inside for people to eat, which was pretty interesting.
I think it's a really, really cool place. It requires time, so maybe don't rush. We actually went for a walk down into the gorge so that we can see the sights.
When you're being explained all of this stuff, it's all very interesting. The second you walk out of that door, you forget 90% of it. I didn't really know that, 1.8 million years ago, there was a species that was pretty close to what we are today as humans. It's quite interesting. In terms of the price to come in, it is $35 per person, no vehicle fee or anything like that. The difference is here you can see where the money is going. Like the museum is really well made. It's a lot of information. The guides, they are employed here. If you want to tip them, that's obviously up to you. Yeah? You're telling me to wrap up?
Yeah.
If you're passing through this area, definitely worth checking out. It is on the main road from Ndutu if you're traveling back to Arusha or where we're heading now, Lake Manyara. Now it is time to hit the road again. We need to go and find some lunch and hopefully a better road. Wow, I think we found Ngorongoro Crater. It's pretty epic. Look. I don't know if you can hear me from all the wind.
It's a bit cold.
Welcome to Ngorongoro Crater. You can actually go down here through that gate over there. The cost of going into the crater, because this is its own separate national park, is $290 per vehicle. So if you're traveling as a group, 6 or 7 people in a car, works out okay. For us two, unfortunately, we will not be visiting the crater on this particular occasion. Next time we're going to try, but right now we have spent all of our money on park fees and the thought of parting ways with another $290 just breaks my soul. So we're going to enjoy it from up here, and it is stunning.
Alright, so some information about the Ngorongoro Crater that we found really interesting is that the Ngorongoro Crater is the largest inactive and intact volcanic crater in the whole world. Got that one
And it was
right.
from an eruption
That happened 2 to 3 million years ago.
and it's now recognized
And it's
as...
recognized since 2015, thanks for the help. Since 2015 as one of the 7 natural wonders of Africa.
Fun
There you
fact
go.
of the day.
Fun fact of the day. And driving on these roads along the volcano crater.
Yes. It's not tricky, just pole. Take your time. Depends on the weather as well. Like there's been some bits that are a little bit slippery, very windy, lots of edges. So just take your time, keep it in a low gear, and just let the engine brake for you so you don't burn out your brakes. And the final stop of this whistle stop tour here. Today I decided to let Ina decide where we're going to eat for lunch. She found a beautiful restaurant and I'm not going to judge until we've eaten the food. But it seems to be at a, I don't know, an amusement park. Africa Galleria Safari Land.
I don't know what it is.
I don't know what it is, you're right. I have no idea what it is.
So far I just see
Which is why I just said I'm not
touristy
not going to judge until we've had the food and paid the bill.
So don't judge.
Where have you brought me? I thought we were coming for lunch.
Yeah, this is a lunch, but you have to first go through the shop to see lots of things.
The never-ending shop.
Hopefully to buy them before you make it to lunch. But we get in there anyway.
So far so good. Looks nice. I got chicken coconut curry with rice. You got
No, it's nice. Paneer and
beetroot.
beetroot skewers. Interesting combo. Let's
Chips
give it a go.
are great. Okay. The verdict on the food at the tourist trap. Yeah, it was good. I enjoyed it.
Nice.
Don't get me wrong, as you would expect in a place that's designed this beautifully, it was not the cheapest meal. For 2 main dishes, plus drinks, plus you had a side dish of corn as well. The total came to 74,000 Tanzanian shillings, but overall pretty good, worthwhile. As for the rest of this place, we didn't really look around too much other than on the way to the washroom. It seems if you've got some money to spend, they are more than happy to take it. It's a place they sell a lot of arts and crafts and jewelry and gemstones and all that kind of stuff as well. You can't miss this place. If you're going towards Serengeti and Ngorongoro that way from Arusha, you will come past it. So stop in, make your own assessment. And on that note, we have had an absolute blast at Lake Ndutu. It's a very unique area to spend some time, mostly because of the ability to go off-road and just kind of get lost in the wild, which we really enjoyed. As usual, we didn't have the luxury of having a guide with us, so we maybe didn't see as much as we could have, but I still think we saw some firsts. The giraffes that were just kind of chilling by the lake there, that was a bit of a first for us, as well as the kill with all the vultures and everything around it. We've never seen that as well. And just generally, the amount of wildebeest that we've seen in the last 48 hours has been mind-blowing. So Lake Ndutu, definitely worth visiting. Africa Safari at South Serengeti we thought was good. These guys are doing the kind of mid-range style camp, so don't go there and expect luxury, but we had a comfortable stay. If you did enjoy this as much as we enjoyed making it, please don't forget to click that like button, as we always say. And if you do like our content and you want to see more of it, don't forget to subscribe, click the bell notifications so that you know every time we post a video. And on that note,
See you next time.